the sandwich effect, and look at the clock, pick the right time. What am I talking about? You guys look a little perplexed, a little confused, and you should be, because you guys have no idea what I'm conversing about. If I were to ask you to think of a difficult conversation you've had in your past, what's the first one that would come up to your head? Maybe breaking up with someone, maybe telling your parents that you don't want to go to college, telling them that you want to move out, and so much more other conversations you could have had in the past. Now, I'm doing this quick video because I just thought of this incredible, important information that I want to share with you, and that I personally find it very crucial, and it's a skill, it's an art, and it's a science that one must learn in the world of communication. But not only that, but in the world of, like, if you have a career, or socially, or as a parent, or as a son or daughter, whatever the case is. And when I think of this question, the first situation that comes to my head is when you have to give someone feedback or criticism. Everyone has been at the other end of that spectrum, at the other end of that conversation where you're offended, you're angry, you're sad, you're stressed out, you are confused mentally, emotionally, because you have doubts, and you're, wow, what's wrong with that person? Why would they tell me that? Are they right? Are they not right? And you don't know. So we don't want to be like those people. A lot of times people who give criticism or feedback, they do it the wrong way. I'm not saying everybody, but most people do it the wrong way. And then guess what? People get offended. They get more enemies. They burn bridges down. They don't have as many allies as before. So let's try to avoid this. And I'm always trying to learn more and more techniques and ways on how to give feedback to people and lessen the blow. And this is what I want to teach you guys. And I'm doing this quick video right here, and I'm right here for you guys, for my YouTube community and everyone else. So I'm going to talk about those two different techniques I mentioned in the beginning of this video. So let's think about it. The sandwich effect, right? The sandwich method, or the sandwich technique, however you want to say it. If you think of your favorite burger or your favorite sandwich, right? What does it have? Just think of all the ingredients. But if we were to put it on a very basic level, it has 2 pieces of bread and has the protein in the middle, like a chicken or turkey or beef or whatever the case is. That's how you want to approach someone when it's time to give them feedback or criticism. Because there will be a moment where you have to do it, whether you like it or not. Maybe because you become a parent, you're a boss, you're an HR, you're a manager, you were paid to critique someone, and so forth, right? So when you approach the person, you first want to, and again, guys, you might have heard of these techniques or this or this, but please bear with me of the technique and why and how you can apply it. That's the most important thing. You want to give them a sincere, small, unique compliment. Don't just if you have to critique someone's speech, don't just say good speech, but, and then no. Again, you don't just want to do that. You want to find a unique compliment that you can give them. Give it to them. Make them feel good. Make their day with that compliment. Put in your head that they're the only person, that your sole job is to make that person feel incredible that day. And you have one chance to do it. That's how serious I take this. Make them feel amazing. Then you can go on to the criticism or the feedback, right? And I always like to lessen the blow, because a lot of times what happens is that, you say a compliment and then you say, but I think, and once people hear the word but, they're like, oh no, here it comes. He's going to tell me something that he didn't like, he or she. I always like to say I instead. So I'll say, you're such an amazing, charismatic speaker that I couldn't stop smiling. And I also think, and then I'll go into the feedback. I'll go into the criticism, right? It's like an easier transitional phrase or letter or word to get me to the critique. So much more easier. So unique compliment, the criticism, and then at the end, patch it up with another unique compliment that will definitely sway them, sweep them off their feet. You know how when a guy is trying to romanticize a woman, he'll give her a lot of compliments, but they're such beautiful compliments, unique things, because he wants her to fall in love with him, or vice versa, whatever the case is. Same thing here. I'm not telling you to make that person fall in love with you, no. But give them a unique compliment they probably never heard of, makes them smile, makes their day, and sweeps them off their feet 2 times. Do that, the critique, and then do it again. The second technique is look at the clock and pick the right time. So many times it's all about timing. It really is. And you want to give the critique not immediately, And don't wait a couple minutes. Like, you want to wait a couple hours at least, or maybe even a day later. But find the perfect time. Put yourself in their shoes. Ask yourself, when would I be willing to listen to advice or be able to accept what they have to tell me? Right? Because if you tell them immediately, it's all going to be hormonals and emotions. You want to avoid that. You want them to be thinking logically, and when all of that is much, much lower. You want their inner guard to go down. That's the whole point. The whole point to critique someone, give them feedback, is to do it when they're thinking logically, so they can also think logically as you, so then they can immediately do the change and they can get better. But we do it at the wrong time. We're doing it, right? We're doing it when they are emotional. It's like if your wife was giving birth. Let's say your wife was giving birth at a hospital, and she's starting to give birth, and you start telling her about the bills, or listen, we have to pay rent next month and all that stuff. Do you think that's the best time to tell her that? Of course not. There's something else that's more important. Now, of course, I'm exaggerating a little bit with the example, but I think you get the jive, you get the gist. You need to find the right time. Find the right time, look at the clock, find the right time, wait a couple hours, wait a day, and then tell them. Use these two techniques, just these two alone, and you will lessen the blow. People will be able to listen to you more because they're thinking logically, and people will actually take your advice more to heart and actually do it. Because what's the point of giving your best advice, your best critique, your best feedback, even if you have the best intentions, but they don't take it? Then everything you said was a waste of saliva, was a waste of air. So in order to have them actually do it, find the right timing. That's all what it's about. That's it, guys. Guys, thank you guys so much for listening. I really appreciate it. Please like the video, subscribe, and comment. Please, it will make me so happy, guys. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and of course, till next time.